Hello guys, this is Rightway Gaming and today we're playing Ark Survival Evolved, and I thought I'd start a new series because I've been messing around with it a fair bit recently in my own time, and it's just basically going to be a series of Ark on breeding. So we're going to have various different mods that we're going to check out. We're going to be on the Valguero map, the new map. The new dino, the dino Huchius, I'm going to call it. I don't know if you can breed that physically once you've tamed them, so we'll be looking into that. And we'll be looking at, there's one main thing I want to try and get out of this series and the following series from it, and that is to see what the highest point stat we can get out of an animal is. And when I say that, I mean I'm talking about the wild stat. So for example, if we go and tame an Argentavis and we check out its stats, it might have 36 points in health, 30 in weight, 20 in stamina, and so on. I want to see how high of a stat we can naturally get from the wild. Personally, the highest I've seen is about 45, 46, but I have seen pictures out there of 55 roughly, but I've never seen anything higher than that. So that's going to be something that we're keeping an eye out for. If we do see it, you'll probably see me going mental because it is basically a top thing to breed that along with the dinos. Without further ado, let's get stuck into it. So I'm going to preload my character here, as you can see, right where red eye. I always call my character this, don't ask me why, I just do. Now we're going to be starting on the small islands on Valguero. Reason being is I know it well. I've played a lot of hours on Valguero in this location on the server, the Conclave, which I am trying to get another series out on, guys. It's just that obviously with different rates and stuff it takes a lot more time. So do keep an eye out for that. But as a brief overview, already what I've got on the server is how it's going to work. So today we're going to focus on just getting our initial base built, which will be a 3x3 base with a few of the basic things like a bed and stuff. On top of that, the dinos I want to focus on breeding are two flyers, being the Argentavis and the Pterodon, because I really like breeding those dinos. And then we're going to look at some of the smaller ones like Dilos and Dodos just for a laugh and because it's quick. We will look into the other dinos as well further down the line, but it'll be as of and when we find them. Server rates are going to be extremely high. I don't want to be wasting time farming. It is purely going to be about breeding and taming on this server. The taming is at about 15, and when I say the harvest rates are at 100, I'm not joking, they're at 100. The mods that we've got, I don't know if I'll be able to show you from here, but we've got the AA mod, which basically auto-crafts everything. It lets you pull resources from other things, other buildings, other dinos, anything around you basically within range. We've obviously got the S Plus mod because, well, I can't live without it, it frustrates me. We've got a few crate mods. Now you're probably wondering why, but again we'll explain further down the line, but it basically helps us get weapons and stuff that will be easier to tame dinos with without cheating, because that's what I want to avoid. I don't want to cheat at all. I don't want to use any admin commands whatsoever. I want to do purely this by possibility, so that say if you've got enough time on your hands it could be done on an official server. I've just tweaked the rates, that's it. The mods are basically just going to be to help us, and that's it. So I think there's 3 different crate mods that I've got in, and yes, they all stack quite well with each other. The other one I've got on is a mod that allows us to find high level dinos easier. Basically it'll highlight them as we're flying, and one of them's a GPS tracker for high level dinos, but unfortunately for Pterodons and Argentavis it doesn't work because I've got the classic flyers mod on, because again I want to be able to pump speed and higher stamina values into my birds, because obviously I'm going to be using to fly around. That's probably a quick good overview, guys, of what we're going to be doing. I've already talked about why we're in the location we're in. It's because I know it quite well. As you can see, there's a lot of dead dolphins, like that's just ridiculous. Another setting I've tweaked on the server is the dino spawn rate, because I always love having it at about 3, because things get ridiculous, I'll be honest. They do get stupid. But as you can just see there, I've harvested 219 narco berries with a ton of fibre. And on top of that, guys, you'll also notice I'm using a stacking mod. And again, this is just quality of life purposes because I can't stand my inventory being full. Stats are all boosted. As you can see, health 400. Crafting is miles higher. And I've also got, I don't think I'm meant to put this on, but basically it's auto learn. So we can learn stuff as we go. Now that I'll teach you about as we get to it. I'm not going to pump any more of them into it because it's going to start unlocking engrams, which I don't want it to. But what we're going to do is we're going to find where we want to set up base. Now, I would set up on this island, guys, but what you will find is that it's redundant for dinos, like there's just nothing that spawns here whatsoever. Let's just punch that and get some wood. And again, you can see the rates are extremely high, I weren't lying. But it's all to benefit ourselves. Sap's going to come in handy because we can use it to fish. To fuel me, level 18. Now, if I'm right, that means that we are on the right difficulty setting. That's level 19. I may need to restart the server because if you ask me, it looks like it's not overriding the max difficulty, so the dinos are 150. I think the max dino is obviously level 30, so that's one server setting I will change. But for now we're going to crack on because we're not going to be taming any dinos. If anything, we'll be killing them and it will make it a lot easier for us to do so with a low level. So the place I want to start building is up here. Reason being, again guys, is I don't know actually, I think I've changed my mind on that one. We're going to do it down here because it's flatter land. We're going to go pretty much straight into stone, and that's what this material allows us to do. So let's just grab a load of materials and let's craft our, oh, we need some stone. Where can I get some stone from? Whoa, is that was an alpha megalodon, that weren't it? Right, well, I'd love to go and try and get that, but you know, can't. It's because there's too many megalodons about. So we've got some stone. Craft that. What's that? Rock Drake tech saddle. Don't ask me why I've got that unlocked. I have no idea. It's obviously one of the settings I've got that has been tweaked by accident. Alright, let's craft a hatchet. We'll craft a... I've got 2 torches. That's confusing. I've got 2 of everything. I've done something wrong, but I don't know what. But I'm not too worried about it just yet. So let's pump some health. Don't want to be getting caught out there. Stamina. Melee damage. Movement speed. To be honest, I could probably just pump a load of this into movement speed. Oh, what levels I've got left? Wow! Right, so there we go. We'll pump some into fortitude. There we go. I think we're pretty much caught up now. As soon as the things stop flying across the screen, I didn't think this through. Right. So there we go. As you can see, we've got all the stone structures, but what we are going to have to do is we're going to need nest plus crafting station. We're going to need all these. We are going to need this. I'll show you when we get down to it. You know what? I need to type in here S plus stone. Just, craft all these. And then reinforced door, double door, Windows gate and Behemoth gate. Right, there we go. That basically allows us to craft all the S plus structures that we want. We're going to put these over here, so we need a wall, foundations, ceilings. I don't like single doors, so we're going to go with double door, window frame. We'll do them after. We'll do them too. So, get rid of that. And then we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hate how tall the grass is. It's mad. That has disappeared already. Where's that not coming down? Let's just get rid of that tree. Oh wow. Wow, check that out. 20,000 thatch. I need you to move, Anki. Thank you. Right, that's the foundations done for now. Put them back in there. We're gonna need one of these. Why is it not? One of them. What we're running out of. We need more stone. Where's my hatchet? With no farming, it's so easy to just do this now. Right, but what we're going to do is we're going to drop them there and that there. Just realised something. Just to prevent issues when we build, you'll see what I mean shortly. Again, this is something I've learned from experience. Basically, if you've got foundations here, then the door frames and the window frames can latch onto the foundations themselves rather than where you want them. Just build a load of. This is always a good way to start off your base because it can be overwhelming trying to. I wanted to window here. Putting windows in just allows a little bit of light to flow through your base rather than it being pitch black at night. Now we need doors. Is that the S plus reinforced double door? It is. What the hell? The door be double doors. Right, now we can create the roofs. So we're gonna need 1, 2, 3. Craft 5 of them for now. Let's get rid of these. What was I going to need? Right, we need some walls still, so I don't know why I got rid of them. Probably 2. Gonna need some of them. We're gonna need a sloped roof. Might change these to wood at some point. Just not 100% sure yet. So let's see. That goes there. That goes there. Now we understand why we needed the walls. Goes there. Goes there. Walls go there. Clearly not how I wanted this to go. Oh no, crafted enough. So there we have it. Nice little cozy base, and again I'll show you where we can put the foundations back. Just pour them in there. Put them down here. Right, so there we are, we have it. We have a nice little cozy base up and running. Don't know if I should have put another window in the roof up there. Quite like that. Because the idea, guys, is because this land's so flat, we can actually extend outwards. So we're only going to have the basic stuff in here. Like we'll have my S+ crafting station, a bed, some storage, which we can do now actually. C, no AA, there it is. So we'll have this. What's this? Help remote. No, need hide for that. I haven't got any hide. So for example, this we'll put in this corner here. Nope, that's not the corner I wanted it to go in. Said pick it up. There we go. Quite like that. Tucks it away. Sticking out over here. That'll bug me. No, it's not. Alright, I'm happy with that. Right. A few finishing touches and I'm going to wrap this episode up, and then next episode we'll get into the more progressive stuff of what we're going to need to start breeding and stuff like that. This episode was all about an overview of just like what we was going to do and where we was going to go with it. Just figure out fence foundation, so that one, and then ramp. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, it's a roof. Why do the roofs and the ramps look so similar? I will never know. Eventually I'm gonna like try and get some like standing torches that can change colour of. Oh god, it's doing that again. Come on! What? I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, that's weird. Right, but yeah, I'll sort that out because I'm going to have to do a server restart while I sort out this video anyway. But you've enjoyed watching it so far, and you hope you got an idea of what I'm going to be doing. But until next time, I hope you play some Ark, make some friendly dinos, and don't forget that the Argentavis is the god dino. Anyway guys, I'll catch you next time. See you soon.